Good evening. Of course, I cannot provide the same stories as Mr. Villalobos, as he knew Ms. Nevarez closer than we do from the central office. It is for that reason that I decided to ask some of you if you want to share your stories here at the school. I know that some of the teachers who loved her, who worked with her, who were here day in, day out, they will see and hear from her, met with her. Maybe you plan many lessons together. So at this time, I'll call on one of the teachers, and if you want to join us too, please do so. Ms. Rosas, would you please share a few words about Ms. Nevarez? And of course, when she finishes, if any of you want to share a couple of your memories of her, please do so, and then I'll finish with some remarks.
Good evening, everybody. Miss Michelle, once you asked me how long it would take to get rid of such pain, today I stand before you with still no answer. However, like many of us, I got to know and worked with your beautiful mother. Even though my time with her was very short, I got to experience the beautiful person that she was. She was always happy and very funny. I will always remember her dancing to the rhythm of cumbias, especially on Fridays. We used to race every morning because we were always late. We would race through those doors to see who would make it in before the principal would cut us. Use every memory that we shared today to ease your pain and keep her memory alive. It was an honor to have worked with such an enthusiastic educator. She will always be in my heart.
Thank you, Ms. Rosas. If there's anyone that would like to share a few words, you're welcome to do so. I know it's difficult. Okay. Well, as you know, or some of you may know, or some of you probably already heard me talk about how I grew up, where I was, and my upbringing. I grew up in a small little town in the northern part of Durango, Mexico. Therefore, you'll notice that I have a French accent. It was the custom and tradition of the little town that, as it is the custom of most of Mexico, if not all of Mexico, that we celebrate the memory and the legacy of our loved ones every November 2nd. And we spend, in this little town, we will literally wake up very early in the morning, and as a young boy, we look forward to go to the cemetery, because we will spend literally the entire day in the cemetery, early in the morning till very late in the evening. And for the children like myself, it was going to the cemetery was just a fun moment. It was a time to play, it was a time to run around, eat, and just enjoy. And of course, sometimes we actually kill some snakes as well. And as I grew up and left the little town, moved to another town, then eventually moved to the States, I forgot many of the memories that as I was growing up. I don't remember a lot of the details. But one thing that I have never forgotten is that every year, even as a young man, as a young boy, I had this, I witnessed this lady. Her name was Doña Aurora. And every year, she would come to the cemetery and literally cry the entire day. I could hear her yell and sob and the pain and the agony. And even as a young boy, I thought, well, I didn't understand why. I had no idea. I never asked. But as I grew up, I realized that she was mourning the death of her son, who passed away 10 years before. 10 years. And even after those 10 years, she will mourn and cry every single time as if it was just yesterday. So much so that it left such an impression on me that to this day, I can picture her as if it was just yesterday. As an adult, I have experienced the loss of family and dear friends, as some of you have. And every time the memory of when I attend funerals or services, the memory of Doña Aurora always comes to my mind. Based on that experience, I came to the realization that the void that is left in our hearts when our loved ones pass away can never be filled. It may be years and years, and it's still there as if it was yesterday. I've heard time and time again that events like this, memorials, time, help us bring closure to that pain and that agony that we feel when a loved one is no longer with us. But I don't see it that way. I see it that perhaps I don't want to bring closure to my loved ones. I don't want to bring closure to the memories and the good times that we lived together. I see it more as the door reopening again to honor their memory, their lives, and to honor who they were. Michelle, my view is that closure, what we did here today, is not intended to bring closure to the relationship between you and your mom. On the contrary, it is intended to reopen the door so that you can live those memories, the good memories of your life with her. They will be with you forever, in your heart and in your mind. I can speak for my own mother, though she was my grandmother, but who raised me. Those memories will never go away. They will stay with you. You will find time that at times while you're driving, you laugh, you cry, you remember. Then Mother's Day comes, you remember again, and the memories will never go away. And so it is with the rest of us, with our loved ones. I don't see it as closure. In fact, I don't ever want to put closure to the love that I had for my mom and continue to have. Michelle and family of Ms. Nevarez, on behalf of the School Board of Trustees, my family and I, we offer our sincere condolences to each and every one of you. We express the same wishes to the Red Sands family, to the faculty, the staff. I know you are a family. That's what we promote in Clinton ISD, that we are a family. We will miss Ms. Nevarez. I never got to see her dance. I guess she was somewhat shy when she saw the superintendent. She will only say, "Hello, sir," but that was it. It was on Friday when I was here. So again, we will always remember her, and as you will see later on, there will always be a part of her here. If you don't mind, Mr. Villalobos, I'm going to advance a little bit on the program. I'm a deviate from the program. Don't complain. I'm the superintendent. She will always be a part of this school. Later today, you will see we have a bench that will be outside, dedicated on her honor. And we will also plant a tree in her honor. If you ever feel, any of the family, if you ever feel that you want to spend some time just reminiscing about her memories, the bench is there for you. If you ever feel that you want to spend one afternoon, in fact, the afternoons here are beautiful, especially in the fall. You can see there's not a lot of light, so you can see the clear skies, and it's a beautiful place to just sit. If you ever wish to come by and just sit there and think of her, all you have to do is just call, ask. We will have security open for you, and you can stay there as long as you need to. And if you cannot find the security, just call me directly. I can promise you that I will have somebody open for you. If not, I'll open myself. Michelle has my cell number anyways, or the school has it. But please do so. That is intended to remember her forever in this school. And one day, as Mr. Villalobos said, one day we'll reunite one more time. I did not know that she loved flowers, but I did bring you also some flowers, Michelle. But is she your daughter? Yes. What is her name? Giselle, would you do me a huge favor and give your mom a big bouquet of flowers? Yes? All right, come on over, sweetheart. Come over. Come here. You're not shy like your grandma, huh? Michelle, this is your time.
Firstly, I would like to thank all of you for being here today. This school district, this community, everyone here at Red Sands Elementary had held a special place in my mom's heart. I'm sure you guys all know this. She let you guys know every single day, how much she loved you guys. On behalf of my family and myself, we appreciate all of the support RSC and Clint District has given us throughout this difficult time. My mother was very full of life, and she left us way too soon. She was truly an angel here on earth. She was genuine, she was kind, she was friendly, and an overall amazing person. She would light up any room with her presence and her contagious laugh. She had the best laugh. She always made you joke. You always would be cracking jokes at everyone, and the loudest laugh, but it would make you laugh. No matter who you were, even if you met her at that moment, or if you knew her for years, she made you feel welcomed with her kindness and open arms. She got along with everyone, and she would always give you the best advice. Always. She would never sugarcoat anything. She would always tell you it is what it is, her honest opinion, and people always appreciated that. I've learned so much from her throughout our years of life, throughout my years of life. She wasn't just a teacher to the community, but my teacher and role model in my life and my career. She was the epitome of resilience, and she never gave up, no matter what life threw at her. She took on every obstacle with a smile. every day when I'm driving to school. I miss us, how she would say, jamming out and dancing to her favorite songs. Or always wondering, hey, do you think we'll make it on time if I stop at Starbucks? And we would always beat the clock, like how Ms. Rosa said, we'd be here right on time. Even on Fridays, and I know what you guys mean on Fridays, she loved it. She'd be like, all right, let's go, we're out of here, and she'd be driving, and she'd be dancing her little hands. She was the best. My love for her is endless, and I miss her dearly, but I find peace in my heart knowing that she's now in a better place and taking care of us just the way she did when she was here. May her legacy live on forever. I love you, Mom.
Thank you, Dr. Martinez, for your remarks, and thank you, Michelle Nevarez, for those beautiful words. And for the family of Miss Nevarez, we do have a special box filled up here with messages from employees and friends who love Miss Nevarez very much. Ms. Trujillo will be walking around. There were some pink hearts. If you have one, if you could just place it in the box for the family. And as Dr. Martinez mentioned, we are always going to remember Miss Nevarez and her legacy. Here at Red Sands Elementary, we do have a special bench that will be dedicated on her behalf, as well as a tree that will be planted. And as we always will remember her, anyone that walks the hallways here will know who Miss Nevarez was and what she was about, and her legacy will continue on forever. And we're very, very happy for that. We know that she deserves that because she loved this community and she loved this school. And she told me every day, she's like, Mr. Villalobos, I love Red Sands. Do good for Red Sands, she'd always tell me. And she loved this school. And so we were happy that we're going to be able to have that here for her to always remember her. So at this time, we're going to ask the family if they can join us to plant a tree in her honor in the back. We're also going to be releasing some balloons. But if the family members could come to the front, and then we're going to ask if everybody could join us in the back. The family will be releasing some balloons in her honor. And then we will come back in for refreshments at that time. So if the family could follow, and then everyone could follow. If we could go by rows, the back rows, we'll start with the family first. If the family could just come up, and then we'll be going to the back. And then if we could start with the first row with Sally, that full row, come back, and then Cindy, and then Melissa, and so on. Okay, we'll be going to the back. Thank you all.
you.